Hi everyone, this is Marty Snyder or Marty ForReal here doing the second episode of the indoor series where we get to do actual energy work in a variable-free environment and under scientific conditions. I am here with Marilyn. So the only difference with this episode is we have actually met before. We did meet and actually do energy work for one session about 6 months ago. So one of the big differences in the first episode is where the first episode was someone that was 52 years old, they've never felt energy, never believed in it at all, and we spent 3 hours clearing out energy, and they felt it and had all kinds of experiences, which was amazing. This episode's a little bit more on the other side of the spectrum there, where Marilyn has a lot of experience, and she's been able to work with a lot of other people, various Reiki masters, had various people like help you learn and instruct, and done a lot of work of your own with other people, with animals. You mentioned that you when we first started speaking here, when you just got here, that you woke up with a headache. Hopefully the energy work will address that. What I was seeing at the moment was kind of like starting with where we started last time, where pulling stuck energy out of the hand chakras. And very often what I found is that as you pull more and more, you're pulling out all that stuck energy from, it pulls more and more like up the shoulder, the neck, and the back, and kind of frees up all that stuff. If you remember from the first episode, I'll show it real quick. We have this list. I did add something to the end. So she's already going to be familiar with, I imagine, all of these things, but it's still kind of an important part of the channel, of the episode, to show these things in advance when the other person hasn't seen it. So yeah, if you're ready, when you're ready, we can take a few deep breaths, find our center, and we'll start with that. I'll always ask if you're ready just before we go, and it always takes a few seconds just to get it going.
I'm ready.
Okay. Normally I like to check, but I don't think I really need to, so we can kind of get going. All right, I'm gonna start it up now. Take a quick little break there. So oftentimes, like the first or second time when we're just opening up the channels again, pulling stuff out, it might not always feel as much, or oftentimes don't even feel anything. So if you didn't feel too much right there yet, totally okay, 100%.
I could feel the pressure right there in my hand.
Really? So pretty shortly after we started?
Light pressure, but right there.
Excellent. So really, right out of the gate, the first one, you were already feeling a new sensation, like a pressure. Can you describe that pressure anymore?
It was light, but it just felt like somebody had their thumb in the middle of my hand.
We can take a few more breaths and kind of recharge, refresh, get ready to do it again. Okay, and just a few seconds to get it going, and here we go. Take a little break there. I personally, well, so something else I like to do, I don't like to like put any kind of impressions on people's minds, so I don't really like to try to say anything like what I saw or what they might have experienced. So in that one there, were you feeling anything in that one?
There was still pressure in the middle of my hand.
Okay. And it was felt very similar to the last time? And so that kind of like goes away when we're not doing that energy session?
Yep.
So that's only really starting and happening when we're in the middle of doing it. So that's already a same experience that's being repeated. Okay, yeah. If when you're about ready, we can take a few more breaths. Okay, feel about right?
Yep.
Okay, I kind of want to check and see how we're feeling here. I think I feel energy flowing out.
Yeah, I could feel that.
You felt me just getting close?
Uh-huh.
So I want to do that again then. So you literally felt me just getting into your energy field there.
It was like it was a vibration.
Wow, sorry, you just blew my mind a little bit. So I don't always get to work with a lot of energy sensitive people, and so what I felt was we still have. I probably don't know if I should say it, but that's amazing. Do you want to try that again?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go on your energy again when I was feeling it there.
Yeah, I could feel that.
Felt that?
Yeah.
Let's go try a different angle.
Yeah.
Wow. What is that? What does it feel like? Can you describe
it? It's a pressure kind of vibration.
So you're feeling like a tangible thing just entered like your energy space. if you're ready to keep going, we'll take a few
Yep.
breaths. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Just a few seconds. I'm gonna take a break there. Okay. Were you feeling anything there? Experiencing anything there?
I had a intermittent sharp poke here for some reason, and then I could feel when your hand, you were going circles, and I could feel it on top of my hand.
Can you describe that circle like feeling that you were feeling?
It was like somebody with a soft brush or something brushing my hand. And I could feel it when it came around.
So, I mean, there's probably at least one or two things here that I just want to show real quick. So we're getting into that one there by my thumb, fourth one down. And then, I mean, there's actually a lot there. But that first one actually was, we didn't pull up that one.
I can still feel it with like a tingling right here.
Even now, like a few minutes after, you're still feeling like the
Yeah.
tingles, and that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, when we're about ready, we can take a few breaths, and I'll check the energy again. But we're probably just gonna keep going with what we've been doing.
Okay.
We're having incredible success with it. And should I check again, or do you just wanna?
Yeah, you can check again.
Okay. Yeah, let's kind of see what's going on. Feeling your energy right up there already. So that energy coming out.
Yep, there you are.
You feel me in there too? Good. So just make it look like that. Got a lot of energy coming out still.
Yeah.
You feel that then?
Yep.
Wow. Sorry, switch there at the end too. That's amazing. Okay, but yeah, so what I'm feeling, we can just keep going with what we're doing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to quit here shortly.
Understood. Okay, definitely heard.
Okay.
Okay. So all right, we'll take a we'll just kind of like do a few more, and then we'll kind of like do a little ending thing, talk a little bit, and we'll.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Okay. And yeah, so just a few minutes to get it going, and here we go. Yeah, take a break there.
That was more the sensation of maybe water running across your hand.
Okay. It actually felt like water running across your hand, like tangibly.
Mhm.
Wow.
And then I had a very slight poke up here. It was like somebody was holding their finger against my temple right here, very lightly.
Interesting. And that only started again when we were in the session.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And then, so the water running, did that feel quite a bit different than like the air that you were describing before, or
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Interesting. How's everything feeling at this moment?
My headache is gone.
Really? We've already released like pressure, and like the headache's gone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it's noticeably.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. We can do like one or two more if you're feeling good, or how are you feeling?
Two more and then I better boogie.
Okay. Just a few seconds to get going. extra stuff there. Should I close that channel there? Wow.
First my left hand twitched, and then my right hand kept twitching, and I felt sleepy.
Yes. Yeah. So I saw the twitch in your other hand, and I knew that we were getting such a good channel going that we were actually clearing out all the way to your other hand.
Mm-hmm.
It was already starting to affect your other hand.
Yeah.
And that's just what we were talking about, how everything's so interconnected. Just from clearing out enough space there, it's literally pulling from the whole net, the whole net of like bound energy. And then you had so much energy coming out. That was amazing. Like like the hand twitching. That's exactly like what we're looking for. That was profound.
Yeah. Now this hand is tingly.
Yeah. After that, that's amazing. So like the whole hand's like tingling.
Mm.
Really? So I'm using the same technique that we started with, and then the effects kind of became more and more noticeable as we cleared out more and more.
It got warm on the back of my hand.
I feel like a lot of tingling and warmth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna.
Nothing like freaking out Marty today.
No, I know this is such a good day. I'm very happy with today. That's like exactly. There's a lot going on though. Yes, today's a great day. Wow. Okay, so there is one more thing I want to try for this last clearing session.
Okay.
And especially now that we've made a lot of clearing out, this technique should be particularly effective. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's I don't want to like impress anything, but it's very similar to what we're doing already. It's actually I want to say maybe identical. I'm just doing it in a slightly different way, and this is to prove another technique. So this is one that I always use with myself, and I'm 99% sure to work. But this would be a great time to show it and test it. So we're just trying it live. If you're good with that, it's basically what we've been doing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So for this one, I'm actually going to step outside of the room.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. And when we're ready, we don't have to do it yet, but yeah. So this is interesting. It involves a lot of the concepts that I already do, a lot of the energy work that I already do. It's just basically just slightly farther away, and that's just kind of just more proven of the concepts and stuff that we're doing here. Yeah. So without too much, did your stomach just gurgle there?
What's that?
Did your stomach just gurgle there?
Yep.
I heard it. I heard it. I like saw it. Yeah.
And that's probably a good sign.
I think so. It seems like we have a lot of we carry a lot of energy in our stomach. It seems to be like our kind of like.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're ready, we'll do the last one here. Give it a shot. So I'm just gonna step in this side.
Okay.
All right. And when you're ready, just as flat and comfortable as you can get it.
Okay.
Nice and open, relaxed. And so something else I'm actually going to do, and this is just kind of the next step of it. I won't have my hands up directing energy in this one. I know it's off camera, but I'll either have my hands crossed or I'll have my hands behind. But at no point will I ever have my hands out directing energy. If you're able to verify that at some point, that'd be amazing.
Okay.
If you're ready, a few seconds, and we'll get going. I'm gonna stuff there. I gotta close that up real quick though. I think that's pretty close up there. You opened up such a strong channel, it was almost hard to close. So, I mean, I was 10 feet away that whole time. I had my hands just right here on my thighs.
Mm-hmm.
That was I mean, that was actually beyond what I was hoping would happen. I wasn't, I know I've done it a bunch of times with myself. It's not a technique that I get to use with other people very often. It's a technique that's a little bit harder to use, and it can be more effective the more cleared out a person is. It's a little bit harder to make that channel, to make that energy that I was just using. So you saw it was very similar, maybe even identical to what we were just doing. The only difference was I was farther away with my hands down.
Mm-hmm. And it started out with, it felt like somebody was holding both my little fingers very lightly, and then everything started twitching.
Wow. I'm gonna come back into the room here. That was amazing. So I was hoping that I was gonna be able to use that technique there to demonstrate that, and it just kind of like felt natural, and that was amazing. That was amazing. I can't believe we just got that on footage. That was amazing. So more about how was that feeling during that session there? Anything else that you want to talk about?
Maybe just a light touch like this. It went from this to twitching, and then like somebody had their hand on top of mine.
And like all those sensations and everything that you were experiencing was only happening directly in session. Like it wasn't happening really, like maybe some lingering effects afterwards, but
yeah.
It was only after we started, and it stopped when we stopped.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, astounding. Absolutely astounding. So these you're already super familiar with, but this is the list that I started showing people in the first episode of common sensations and things that people experience with this.
We got a lot of this.
Did we?
Yeah. I think we, except for maybe the threads thing. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I think that we touched them all.
These are feelings that people feel pretty much across the board. And people are unique. Everyone has their own experiences, their own kinds of energy, their own kinds of stuck energy. So, I mean, there's never a 100% clear model, but these are the most common things that I've found, and it's like repeatable. And none of this was impressed upon. I didn't bring any of this up. So these are the common things that you're going to be looking for. You're probably going to experience this. This was all completely impressionless, and just showing at the very end.
And the best part, my headache is gone.
That's amazing. High five. The first time that we touched here today. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. Again, I was really hoping that was something, because you mentioned it when you came in, and I was hoping that would address it, and it just shows that energy and stoic energy actually does have a physical feelings and physical ways that it interacts with us. We'll actually feel like a pain or a headache or a numbness or a painful tingling or a stiffness. Like, it actually affects our actual body and our lives. Mm-hmm. That's probably the most mind blowing. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, it's really big. I was really hoping this was gonna go great. I think it did. I mean, it was exceptional. Mm-hmm. We experienced so much.
And you did not tell me what that paper said. You just said, I've got to bring this with me, and
yeah.
And we covered all those feelings.
Yes. And that's what's also one of the things that adds a lot of credibility to this, is that I'm not using any impressions. We're in a variable-free environment. That window's closed, the sunlight's blocked out. Mm-hmm. There's nothing behind. It's just wall decoration. I mean, I could take the camera. There's nothing behind any of this wall art. Nothing on my sleeves. I don't have any cool little nifty electronic gadgets that are making energy. There's nothing,
Yeah.
nothing like that going on. Nothing in the closet. It's literally just us and a phone in a room, just working with our own energies. That's fascinating to me. I think that's mind blowing.
As the receiver, it was terrific. Now my arm itches.
I know, I see it. Ideally we would want to do more energy work there. We'd want to pull from the other hand because I can visibly see your right hand has a more clear energy, and your left hand's like, pull this stuff off me.
Yeah.
And that's literally that stuck energy.
Go like this a little bit.
It literally feels like you want to brush it off and pull it off. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. So it's gonna sound trippy. Hopefully I don't lose anyone here, but a lot of those like itches and tingling sensations that we feel that might just come across as like a basic itch. It's not always an itch. It's actually like sometimes it's very often stuck energy that you actually want to pull off. It's mind blowing, but something as simple as an itch, and we're just slightly looking in the wrong direction. It's mind blowing. I'm so happy. I'm beyond words.
Good. That's great. Well, I got a boogie, so.
Okay.
So I'm glad this was very successful.
It was profound. Oh, and one question I did want to ask real quick. Have you experienced with other energy workers anyone that kind of uses the techniques that I like to use, where it's more of like a pulling than like a pushing?
You're the only one that I've run across with this.
Excellent. I am happy to hear that. It's a technique that I like to share, but I found that's a bit different. Not a lot of energy workers are kind of familiar with the idea. The only difference is instead of like pushing in positive energy, I like to create that positive energy outside the body, so it can pull out the stuck energy. So basically, instead of dissolving and working with the stuck energy from the inside, I pull it out so it can be worked from the outside, and then the body kind of more so recharges and replenishes based on its own ability to heal, its own knowledge on how to heal and recharge energy. Again, I'm speechless. I think this is going to help a lot of people as well. I think especially a lot of people that are, maybe have no idea that it's real, or maybe like just learning it, or hopefully even a lot of the experienced people, because we just had some incredible dialogue and brought in a lot of background experience.
And it's a comfortable chair.
It is.
I could have just gone to sleep.
I've almost fallen asleep in that chair.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like fully reclined. Well, for the second time touching it, can I give you a hug? This is
sure.
awesome. Marilyn, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was a blessing and a wonder to see you again. Okay, well, she just headed out. Like you saw, that was a little bit of a shorter session, but we were able to do so much there. Even using so we started out using the same technique in the first episode, until we switched to that other technique. So the first technique uses elements, or the second technique uses the same elements and techniques, but I just did it from 10 feet away in another room with my hands on my thighs, meaning hand chakras are incredible and exceptional, but we're capable of so much that it's not even funny. And I don't want to that was the first time that I've gotten to prove that on film and with other people, and with another energy worker that's very familiar with energy. So you saw the results from towards the end where her hand started twitching very quickly, a lot of energy coming out. And you'll notice the hand twitches from the first episode as well. That's probably the most common. But then again, 10 feet away with my hands down, proven verifiable, repeatable. So there's so much more to all this. I really don't have the words for it. That was a sensational episode. Episode 2, episode 3 definitely coming soon. There's already been some people that have expressed interest, and now with this second episode being spectacular, and I don't want to say it just yet, but there seems to be a very wonderful podcast coming that I'm doing with someone in a couple days. So stay tuned for that. I'll update my social medias when I have the details, the date. Sorry, this is very exciting. Thank you all so much for watching. There will be different versions of this available, different length versions. Thank you so much, and share it, please. I hope you enjoyed it. it's all real. It's all real. It's all completely authentic. We can all do it. Every one of us. So until the next videos, see you then.